Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about kids with abilities. So, the ability we're talking about today is claircognizant. I have had so many new clients come to me that are working through this claircognizant gift and trying to just really find out more information about it. So, I thought I would do a video for you guys and hopefully share some insight into all things claircognizant. Claircognizant means clair knowing or clear knowing. And this is an ability that a lot of people have, but they don't always know where the information comes from. And it's really coming from our creator energy. We kind of tap into his energy without even really knowing about it and kind of download the information. And so it's kind of just really interesting. Usually it happens when someone close to us or that we're connected to ask a question. So when they ask a question, should I have a burrito for lunch? And all of a sudden you get the answer is, no, it's not cooked correctly. Well, how could you know that? You don't. From your abilities, you don't have any idea of that. The thing is, though, that's where we kind of connect into creator energy and we'll download that information of like, okay, how do I know that it's not cooked correctly? Well, all you have to do is order it and know that it isn't. When you cut it open going, ooh, this isn't just right. So it's kind of just also trusting that ability, trusting that person who's giving you the information. When it comes through, when they first answer a question for you, make sure that you're really listening to how they say the information. And is there any other insight? So you can ask that, like, okay, so is there a reason why I shouldn't eat the burrito? Is there something that I could do to order the burrito correctly so it would be cooked correctly? Is there something else on the menu that would work better for me? That are some of the questions that you should really be thinking about when you hear someone answer a question right away. And so kind of going through those quick, simple little questions almost feels like it's a body testing kind of thing, but it's really not coming from the same place. Body testing comes from our angels and guides, and not that they're not connected to creator energy, they 100% are, but claircognizance directly connects us to creator energy to pull down that information without going through angels and guides or anything else. So it's a little bit faster in that perspective, and it's a little bit easier to work with once you learn how to do it. So claircognizant is a gift of just clear knowing information. There's usually no rhyme or reason. It's not like, oh, I've studied this for a long period of time and so now here's the answer. No, that doesn't really work. I think it's an interesting ability that a lot of people have, and a lot of people don't realize that they have. They're connecting to that energy, but they're not understanding where the energy came from or where the energy is affecting them most. So that's kind of the interesting part about this. Let's pull a couple of angel cards and get us a little bit deeper insight into all things claircognizant. Our first one is our angels and guides. We have our angels and guides to help us to understand our abilities, but it's not always coming through our angels and guides. We are truly connected to our creator source. We are connected. And it's one of those, the more we open up to that ability, the more this claircognizant gift will come through and connect with us. Now, our angels and guides, our guardian angels and guides can actually really help us to understand and help us to get the correct answer or the correct understanding in it. Manifestation. This is a manifestation of choosing to connect to our creator energy and to download information. All of our abilities have a good side and a bad side, and sometimes they can be a little overwhelming, but claircognizant kind of can sometimes make us a little rude. It's one of those when you have the answer in claircognizant, it's almost like you can't not answer the question. It's kind of like, I've got to answer this question. I've got to answer their question. And a lot of times we don't even really think about it. It just like pops out and you're almost like, where did that come from? That's how you know that it's claircognizant. Our next card for us is self-acceptance. Accept this is part of who you are. Accept this is part of your own abilities and your own connection to your God source. It doesn't mean that it's bad in any way, shape, or form. It can take a little bit of adjusting, just almost like our other abilities can, but this can be really fun to kind of be able to answer those questions, to get that information right away, and to open up to all things, our abilities. Our last card is forgiveness. So many times when we have a new ability coming forward, sometimes we kind of get a little afraid of it. And that's where we kind of need to forgive ourselves. Our abilities are constantly upgrading in manifestation and upgrading in different abilities and growing out in new areas. It's important for us to understand that this is the abilities that we have, and they're going to constantly be growing. It's constantly moving forward, and claircognizant is just one of the ways that it can do that. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.